Good morning, travelers. Tara here, Hidden Lotus Tarot. It is about, I don't know, 3:30, 4:30 in the morning. The veil is thinning out, and I usually start getting messages coming in around 3:30 in the morning. So I got up. Um, this is for Pisces, Sun, Moon, and Rising for November 2016. Please keep in mind that this is a general reading and the messages will not resonate with everyone. In order to get more clarity on your situation requires a personal reading. How that works is I take your information and your question and I meditate on the cards. And then we go through the reading. It helps me to pick up on the energies that's specific to your situation. So if the messages here do not resonate with any of you Piscean or some of you people, go back and check your moon and rising sign as it is posted. And sometimes I can also give you a bit more pieces of a puzzle to what's going on. It may speak in different areas of your life. The three different, the sun, moon, and risings. So I'm coming to you with a new deck, the Mucha deck. I like this deck a lot. I thought it would take a minute for me to kind of get used to reading it. Some decks you pick up new and you open them up and right away you can read with them. Some decks take a little bit more time. So this is one of those, luckily, that I was able to just kind of, after a few days, just kind of pick it up and read with it. So I also have with me the Angel Answer cards and the Sibilas. And Halloween is up on us. I hope I'm not, excuse me, disturbed like I was the other day in the middle of doing, I think it was for Aquarius, and my lights went off and knocking started, and I was like, oh my God, they got my attention. So I kind of had to stop a couple of days. Pardon me while I drink some water. Kind of threw me off, and so I decided to stop until I could kind of get things to calm down around here. All right, so we had one card present itself. It is the Eight of Wands. And again, this is for Pisces, Sun, Moon, and Rising, a general reading. So let's see what the rest of the cards have to say. Ace of Wands. Wow. Knight of Wands. What's going on, Pisces? That's a bunch of fire. The Empress. The Seven of Pentacles. The Fool card. Well, well, well. Temperance. Ace of Cups. Queen of Wands. Uh-oh. With the King of Wands. Uh-oh. Well, and what's funny, I've been noticing it's in some of the other readings that I've already posted, the signs are not showing up like you would expect them to. I do have this Ace of Cups here. But this is a lot of fire. This is Sagittarius. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 fire cards. If I exclude the King. And I have 1, 2, 3 major arcana cards with 2 aces. Well, Pisces, I say. Let me see if I can figure out what this is trying to tell me. Right in the center, I have the 7 of Coins. And this is the card about waiting for the harvest to come in. You know, that you've been out um, planting seeds for yourself in different areas of your life. And it really reads like for some of you that you're about to reap some of your harvest here. This is, I don't see anything negative in this spread whatsoever. I'm just not really perplexed, um, but just a bit taken aback that I'm looking at all of this fire. That's not typically something that when you think of Pisces that you think of. Not to say that you guys are lazy or anything like that, but just Pisces are known for a really, really soft, gentle energy. At least that has been always been my experience. But this is somebody being literally on fire. And what I'm looking at here, some kind of news or something has started to move. Typically when the Eight of Wands shows up, it is about, it is a fast moving energy. So this is usually messages coming in. Typically they're always of a very positive nature. Um, it can deal with travel, air travel, trying to get from one place to the next, but doing it in a very, very fast manner. And I can see here with this Ace of Wands that whatever this news has come in, it has literally, it's a brand new beginning, and it's a brand new something that you're excited about, or that has a lot of potential and a lot of possibility, a lot of passion involved. Indeed, it comes with um, this Knight of Wands here. So this is a fast moving energy coming in. It almost reads like some of you may have gotten news uh, like you've been stuck, and now it's bringing in the energy of, you can feel that things are starting to change and pick up. Um, this could be that some of you have gotten news back about a job offer. Um, One in which perhaps maybe they've said, hey, look, you know, we want to interview you. We want you to come on out here. And you like, hell yeah, okay. And you not only flying through the air, okay, but you getting on your horse too. So in a sense, it's like that speaks to ground travel, the horse. And so it's like literally, it's like I see a plane landing and somebody jumping in a cab, and they're getting on the good foot to do whatever it is that they need to do. Now, interestingly, this these three wands at the top are backed up with the next card, which is the Empress. And she is all about fertility and abundance and growth and expansion. We know typically in the tarot that she's pregnant, and over here we've got kind of got this Ace of Wands kind of floating around near her. So for some of you, I don't do typically pregnancy readings, but if you've been wanting to have a baby or trying to have a baby, I would say that the probability is quite high that you might be very successful at that. As we can see, we've been waiting on the harvest to come in here. And you know, maybe for some of you, you've been doing in vitro fertilization, IVF therapy. You know, that's an odd thing to come out of my mouth, but that's what that's what showed up, um, and that's what I'm hearing. And then here on the other side of this, excuse me, of this Seven of Coins, it's like, you know, I've been working so hard, or I've been focused so hard on whatever this thing is here. Um, you know, the time is ripe. So if this is about work projects, starting your own business, if this is about some kind of project that you felt stuck that's been on the back burner, you know, but you've been quietly and diligently working behind the scenes, the time is ripe now to strike. So if it's perhaps someone you need to go speak with, um, because I can see here with the Eight of Wands, the Empress, and the Temperance card, for some of you, it's like things were going really, really well. You had this energy of the temperance behind, I'm sorry, of the Empress behind you, but yet we have this fire and water here. The temperance, the combination or the recombination or the combining of um, two different elements, trying to strike a balance between this fire and the water and gain some type of balance. It is only when you're able to stay in the middle that you can be most, excuse me, most effective. Um, but I see the card of the Fool here. Okay. And as we know, the Fool comes in to offer you new opportunities and a new way of doing things. It is literally about taking a leap of faith. And maybe with the Temperance here, because this is past, present, and future, past, present, and future, and then the different interplay of the cards. Um, for some of you, we may have a slight disappointment in this because here is Temperance. Okay. So Temperance is the last card down on the past vertical column, but also the first card down on the future row. So what this kind of tells me is that if there has been, you've been moving along and then, you took that leap of faith and it didn't quite go perhaps the way that you thought it did, um, then, take heart, because once you find the balance, it leads you to this Ace of Cups. And this is an opening of intuition. This could be new love. This could be new offers coming in. And it doesn't always have to do per se with romance. It very well could, because I do have this King over here. But it can simply be new things coming in, after a long time of waiting. Okay. And that's what that Seven of and going back to the drawing board and looking over things and editing things and, getting feedback from people. And maybe that's what this Temperance is speaking about, is that someone came in quite suddenly and gave you a little feedback, perhaps that you didn't quite, that maybe was a little bit unexpected. Maybe the manner in which they delivered it was a little bit harsh, and it required, it kind of took you aback, so you had to take a step back and try to regain your balance here. And I say indeed that you get it, because we see now, whether this is same-sex or heterosexual for Pisces, whomever's going to take the role of the female in the relationship, okay? And it could have been that it was just one person here in the center, um, someone who was reviewing your work in one sense or another, okay, and maybe said something a little bit harsh to you or came on a little bit strong, and you had to, readjust. And I would say that you were quite successful in doing that. Um, this last vertical column, the future column, this is something coming in quite quickly, and it's like it resets everything. Now, I don't know if this is, a romantic. It kind of reads like it could be both. It kind of reads like it's really all about um, coming into your own, something coming into you that really, really, really um, lights a fire in your belly, and really, 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 is bringing about some really, appears some very, very beautiful energy into your life. We see this Queen here. This is what we end. We have the Knight of Wands, the Fool card. So whatever this thing is, if it's another message, if it's an event that comes in, it's like a reset for you. And you end up uh, being this person who's confident, um, knows what they're doing, not afraid to go out and get what it is that they want. Um, you know, People are looking at you, you're confident, you're sexy, you're smiling. It's kind of like coming into your own. And, here's this King of Wands over here. So maybe some of you, um, maybe you're about to get married, or you've met someone. I have these two aces here. After a long time, maybe you've been online dating, you've been kissing a lot of frogs and not seeing a lot of princes, or seeing a lot of kissing a lot of frogs and not seeing a lot of princesses, whichever the case may be. Um, this it's the arrival of someone, and it's like the arrival of you yourself, Pisces, but also timed with the arrival. Well, this guy's on the horizon. So if this person, and if they haven't shown up yet, I do feel that perhaps maybe in November they will be. Maybe you're this almost kind of reads like you're being moved into the right place at the right time. That maybe some of you are rushing around a lot and you know, doing some kind of preparation. I want to take a look at this temperance here. It sits in a very, very pivotal row. I really don't see anything ugly about this. You know, and maybe this could, maybe it's heralding the arrival of a female who's going to be pivotal for you. But that doesn't explain the energy of this King of Wands, because it speaks to a couple. You see? I have no repeater cards here. I've got the two aces. So this is definitely some kind of new beginning coming in. It's a clear field. And it kind of just reads like you've been, you know, you're being moved along. But in a, perhaps maybe even for you, it feels like things are, like maybe you've been in a time warp. Like you've been stuck swimming in molasses, you haven't been able to, and then suddenly you just break free. And it really reads like you're being moved to, for something to be in the right place at the right time. Maybe this has been a deal that you've been working on for a long time. Maybe some of you have been working on some kind of business deal that finally comes through. And maybe this person is a business partner, or the potential business partner. Because, you know, these two, they represent, because of the suits, represent entrepreneurial spirit. So this could be, you know, an opportunity to perhaps join forces with someone. It's a creative thing, whatever it is. I mean, there's a lot of fire here. So let me look at the Temperance. Because although it's not a bad card, it just kind of indicates, you know, a little, I don't know, maybe this could be, in a sense, maybe a little bit of caution on your part, trying not to get your hopes up too high. You know, it kind of reads like that. Because there's a bunch of, I mean, the spread leads off with a bunch of excitement. And then there's these, you know, things coming in, you know, this abundance coming in, finally reaping the harvest. And whatever this thing is, it allows you, it resets everything. So it's kind of peculiar, not perplexing, but peculiar that I have this Temperance here. And maybe this is the card, maybe it's trying to say, you know, you got so many things going on at one time, and looks like it, you know, it's really, it looks like it's raining dollar bills. It's raining, you know, men, it's raining women. It's, you know, such wonderful things are happening. And maybe what the Temperance is trying to say is, you know, remain balanced. Remain balanced, because there's some more to come. Can y'all see that? And if this is an engagement or a marriage or something like that, or you feel that you've met the person, and I already have babies with them, you already got the kids' names, then this is truly the blending of water and fire. It is the combination. Here's the three. Two things coming together to make a third thing. I do have the two wands here, an ace of wands and an ace of cups, reflected back in the temperance card, the combining of fire and water. If this is the case that some of you have met someone, obviously who may be of a fire sign, then congratulations. If this is you getting a new job, or I kind of keep picking up like the sale of a business or the purchase of a business, then congratulations. If this is just you getting your mojo back, congratulations, because you're being put in the right spot. If you have not met this King of Wands yet, you're being moved into the right direction. So congratulations all the way around. Yeah, see, that's what it was all about. It kind of reads like, the casa. Now, the casa can be, yes, the home. The casa can also, it looks like a bank to me. So it could also represent perhaps some kind of governmental institution, a bank or whatever, but it represents some form of security, okay? And, again, it reads like I was saying, don't get your hopes up too high here. And there we can see that the worry, this is the speranza, the hope card, and you've been very, very worried that whatever this thing is, that it wasn't going to occur. But indeed, it does. Now, I'm going to tell you, I'm going to be honest with you guys. I had done a reading for you yesterday, and there was something about the reading that just did not sit right with me. And I think it could have been a lot of the psychic interferences that I was having over the past couple of days. So it didn't post that reading. And it was just something about it. And I'm glad that I didn't. And I said, well, let me go back and do what I do, and then, get a couple of good nights sleep. So here I am. And this is what has been brought to me. Now, I'm going to give one word of caution here. If this is somebody new on the horizon for you, and it is, and because they show up together as the same suit, it tells me that you guys are matched. However, with the Knight of Wands, when the Knight of Wands shows up, it's a fast-moving energy. So be prepared in one respect, that if this person shows up quite suddenly and quite quickly, just know that he could also leave quite suddenly and quite quickly. So again, maintain your balance and be firm and confident. Okay. And so now I'm going to pull, because I ain't got to say nothing else. That's a beautiful read. I couldn't pay myself for a reading like that. That's great. A lot of fire. Wow. But you know what's interesting? Is the reading that I didn't post was the same thing. It was all of this fire. Instead of this queen sitting there, it was the emperor. But I had the Knight of Wands, I had the Ace of Wands. So really, maybe it was just me thinking that the reading wasn't for you, because basically it's telling me the same thing, but it's telling me in a different way. I deleted that video. I don't even remember what it was about. I just remember the cards. Now, let's see. Now, if I get the same angel answer card that I got yesterday, then I'll be like, dun, 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 dun. Well, I don't know what this is telling me. If there was a question that I did not answer in this spread, now this is so strange because I just gave you some beautiful, beautiful, beautiful news. The card says no. So if there was a question that was not answered in this, there's the answer to your question. Look, I'm just a card reader, and I can only give the messages as they come. So if that threw you for a loop, believe me, it threw me for a loop too. So maybe somebody out there that answered your question. I do hope so. But I do, even though that says no, it don't have nothing to do with this. Okay? So that's what I have for you, Pisces, Sun, Moon, and Rising for November 2016. And I do hope the messages help. Until next time, namaste.